The Department of Public Health and Human Services is pleased to bring you Aging Horizons. Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, fraud, legal issues, veterans benefits, and caregiving. Aging Horizons is a program dedicated to inform and prepare Montanans on these timely issues, making a difference to you and your loved ones. Here now is today's program host.
Hello, and welcome to another exciting edition of Aging Horizon. I'm your host, Wilma Collins. We have another exciting guest to be with us today. He is Chris Hightower, Resource Center Supervisor. He will be discussing what they do in Missoula and elsewhere around Montana. Stay tuned, and we will be right back.
Hey, caregivers, did you know that respite time is your time? How will you spend it?
When the weather's good, I got to get away for some fishing, and that's a must.
Fred Dahlbeck. Clancy.
My grandson tells me we suck at golf. Fun, though. And there's never enough time to keep the old 57 Chevy happy.
Montana Lifespan Respite. Respite for caregivers. It's okay to need it. It's okay to want it. It's okay to get it.
Come on, girl.
Every 65 seconds, someone is affected with Alzheimer's or other dementias. Many become isolated at a time when help is most needed. If you or someone you love is affected, help is available, both for people with memory loss and their caregivers. Memory loss can feel frightening, but you are not alone. Call the free 24/7 Alzheimer's Association helpline, 800-272-3900, for guidance and support.
Elder abuse is a growing problem, and it's happening right here in our Montana communities. At least 1 in 10 older adults are victims of physical or emotional abuse, financial exploitation, or neglect. To get help or report elder abuse, call your local area agency on aging or Adult Protective Services at 1-844-277-9300.
Today, class, we'll be discussing the term ombudsman, a word we borrowed from the Swedes and never gave back. Say you're a resident or you have a loved one in long-term care. Now, what do you do if you're not happy with the care and services you receive? You call your long-term care ombudsman, of course. Your ombudsman is available to support you and your rights. An advocate on your behalf could be the ticket. This is your home. If you have questions, the numbers right there below me have all the answers. Class dismissed.
We're back. This is Aging Horizon, brought to you by the Montana Department of Public Health and Human Services. I'm your host, Wilmot Collins. Today we have with us Chris Hightower of the Missoula Aging Services, and he is the Resource Center Supervisor. Welcome to the show, Chris.
Right on, Wilmot. Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here.
So, Chris, tell us about what is the Missoula Aging Services program?
Yes, Missoula Aging Services is one of 9 agencies on aging offering information and assistance across the state of Montana. So we primarily act as an aging and disability resource center for Missoula County, and we can also extend into Ravalli County.
All right. And what are some of the programs you offer?
Yes, great question. So Missoula Aging Services, we're broken down into 3 different bigger departments, if you will. We have an information and assistance department, an in-home services department, and community services department. I'll first talk about the I&A department, which I am in, and the Resource Center is in. So we primarily assist folks who are generally looking for assistance, right? People looking for information on any kind of assistance programs that could help them out, maybe make their money go a little bit further, help them save some money in certain areas. So usually when folks come to Missoula Aging Services, they get to meet with our resource team, and we kind of go from there. Right now, we're pretty busy with Medicare Advantage open enrollment. So that's an exciting time. So that one's pretty straightforward, how we help folks. And so yeah, that's keeping us pretty busy right now. We're also assisting folks with the Montana Elderly Homeowner / Renter Tax Credit. So that's a really great program where people 60 and older have the opportunity to file to get a tax return based on their income and how much they pay in rent or property taxes. There are some eligibility requirements there that we'd be happy to talk to anyone about, and any area agency on aging across the state can help with. But that's just a really exciting time because people that generally don't have to file taxes, they can file a return and get a return just for paying their rent. And yes, it's exciting. So we enjoy this time around here.
So Chris, what is the enrollment period for the Medicare Advantage?
Excellent question. Yes. The Medicare open enrollment period is January 1st through March 31st. Yes.
And so what's expected? Do you offer assistance for our audience to be able to fill out the forms and all of that?
Yes, we do. So the resource team, including myself, we are SHIP counselors. That is a state health insurance assistance program counselor. So we are trained and have expertise, if you will, on assisting folks with reviewing their Medicare, and especially this time of year, their Medicare Advantage plan. We can assist them with comparing plans and educating them on plans that are available to them. And the whole purpose behind this is education. So folks can feel confident in their decisions and ultimately make the best decision for them for their health care moving forward.
Chris, so what if I'm on Medicare Advantage already and I want to make some changes? What do I have to do?
Great question. So we encourage folks to give us a call and schedule an appointment, and then one of our resource specialists and SHIP counselors can help them walk through the process. We ask folks to have their medication lists with them, their Medicare cards with them, so we can go through and create them an account. Create them an account and on Medicare.gov. And that's the platform we use to help folks compare plans and ultimately enroll if they so choose.
I see you also have Medicare Saving Program. You want to talk just a little bit about what that is?
Yeah. Medicare Savings Program are wonderful programs that can really help folks with some of those added Medicare costs, because the Medicare Part B premium, it's about $185 a month, and that's a lot of money to be taken out each month. And for those on a limited budget, on fixed income, that $185 could be a big hit. So Medicare savings programs help pay out-of-pocket costs and for Medicare premiums, deductibles, co-insurances, and co-pays for Medicare beneficiaries to help lower their costs.
Thank you, Chris. Those are some valuable information that will be helpful to our audience out there. So there are other programs I see that you also offer, Chris, but we can talk about those programs when we come back to our next segment. So for now, I want my audience to stay tuned. We will be right back with more valuable information from Chris Hightower of Missoula Aging Services.
Hey, caregivers, did you know that respite time is your time? How will you spend it?
There's so much I want to do, like researching family history.
Sandra Gaskin, Bozeman.
And this time of year, there's never enough time to keep up with my garden. But what I really love to do with my respite time is to work on my latest quilting project.
Montana Lifespan Respite. Respite for caregivers. It's okay to need it. It's okay to want it. It's okay to get it.
It's so fulfilling when all the pieces come together.
You've probably seen some big-name celebrities on your TV lately talking about all the Medicare benefits you're missing out on. But the insurance companies who are paying for these ads may be pushing benefits not available in Montana. Fortunately, help is available from a friendly state health insurance assistance program counselor who can help you sort it all out. It's free, and we screen everyone for eligibility regardless of your zip code. It's Montanans helping Montanans. Call today.
Medicare loses $60 million in Montana each year, $70 billion nationally. Medicare processes 4.5 million claims a day. They don't know who your doctor is, but you do. Mistakes can happen. Read your Medicare statements and call Montana Senior Medicare Patrol if you see anything unexpected. 1-800-551-3191. This project is supported by a grant by the Administration for Community Living.
A decade of Montana fourth graders on Energy Share. Not having enough heat in the winter can feel like you're at the mercy of the elements. Energy Share will help keep your family safe and warm even in the coldest weather. Montanans are always ready to lend a hand for our neighbors. No one deserves to be cold in the winter. Like Caitlin Perkins says, Energy Share is like love filling the air. Energy Share is not a government program. It's neighbors helping neighbors who face energy emergencies the Montana way. Call or visit our website today. No fear, Energy Share is here.
We're back, and we've been talking to Chris Hightower of the Missoula Aging Services. He is the Resource Center Supervisor. Welcome back, Chris.
Right on, Wilmon.
I know we've been talking about Medicare Saving Program. Now, you know, the government uses a lot of acronyms. We have an acronym here that we're going to be discussing. What's QMB? Tell us about QMB.
Yes, QMB, also known as Qualified Medicare Beneficiary. So this is a fantastic program. This one is for folks who are at that 100% of the federal poverty level. This is a lower income program, but it does have the most benefits and offers health care through Medicaid. QMB covers the Part B premium, which is $185 a month for Medicare beneficiaries. It has improper billing protections, which means providers cannot charge beneficiaries for cost sharing. And it also the bad news is it kind of does not offer retroactive coverage. So when individuals apply for this program, benefits do not go backwards. Once they are approved moving forward.
Okay. Thank you. That's good to know. Now, that's another acronym called SLAB or SLMB. What's SLMB?
Yes, SLMB is the Specified Low Income Medicare Beneficiary. So this one has a little bit higher of an income limit. The income limit for this program sits right around the 120% of the federal poverty level. Good news, this program covers the Part B premium, and it does go back 3 months retroactive period. So generally folks who do apply and are approved by Medicaid for this level of the program, once they are approved, they can receive back payment for their Part B premium back to when the Office of Public Assistance received their application.
So, Chris, can you be on both programs together?
That's a great question, Wilmon. You cannot. When you apply for Medicare savings programs, which we help folks with, and most area agencies on aging will help with, it's one application. It's just applying for a Medicare savings program, and the Office of Public Assistance is the one who makes the determination based on your income, which program you qualify for.
Okay, there's another acronym here. What's QI?
QI, great, is Qualifying Individual. And again, we're coming up on the income limit here. So those folks who qualify for QI are at the 135% of the federal poverty level. Again, this program does pay for the Part B premium. And just a reminder, that's $185 a month. So good, it's a good deal. And this program, too, also offers 3 months retroactive period pay for the Part B premium.
And again, my question here is, can you be on QI and on any other program like QMB or SLMB, or it's just separate?
Great question. They are separate. And if we're talking broadly about any Medicaid program across the board, QI is the one where you can have no other Medicaid coverage, like either if it's standard Medicaid or Medicaid for workers with disability and so on. So yes, okay. QI is a sole program.
And there's another one called LIS.
Oh, sure.
What is LIS?
LIS, known as low income subsidy, more commonly known to folks, I believe, though, as Extra Help. Extra Help is a federal assistance program that helps pay Part D premiums and lower co-insurance charges or co-payments for covered medications.
So we're saying this is not only for the Missoula area. We're talking about Montana, right?
Yes.
These programs are all over Montana, but you're just bringing the message to us about these programs. So how do we register for these programs if we wanted to?
Yeah, great question. So for Medicare savings programs, there are specific Medicaid applications that we can find. They can be online. We assist folks we have physical copies here at MAS, and we assist people often with these kind of applications. And we can help them walk through the application because they can get a little bit confusing at times because there are verification documents that come with these applications. You need to provide income information on your Medicare, information on your housing situation, sometimes information's regarding your vehicles and your housing. So we can help folks navigate that process and help them gather their verification documents to help for a successful determination.
Wow. Thank you, Chris. That's been some good information for my audience. And so I know when we come back, we will be talking about some of the in-home services that Missoula Aging Services provides. So stay tuned, and we will be right back with in-home services provided by the Missoula Aging Services. So fellows, we will be right back. Stay tuned.
I was outside working on some equipment, nothing too strenuous. I started sweating and feeling out of breath.
When he felt pressure in his chest and aching in his arms, I knew we had to call 911.
First responders were there before we knew it. 38 minutes later, the doctors had restored the blood flow to my heart.
Now we know dialing 911 saved his life.
Your life is on the line.
This message sponsored by Mission Lifeline Montana.
Out here, we love our animals, from the wildlife to the livestock. Inside, it's the same. They're just like family. We keep them happy and healthy, most of the time. Secondhand smoke puts pets at risk for cancer, feline lymphoma, vomiting, increases the risk of tumors and lung cancer, even causes eye and skin disease. Secondhand smoke puts your pet's life at risk.
Did you just text me?
I didn't want to disturb you if you were sleeping.
Sleeping? I'm sitting right next to you, silly.
There you are. Hey, I found a couple of Medicare helping programs online that I think we ought to look into.
It says if we qualify, we can get help paying for our prescription drugs. Oh, and there's a program that can help pay our Part B premium.
To learn more about Extra Help and Medicare savings programs, call your local SHIP counselor today.
Maybe I better text him.
Can you say ombudsman?
Ombudsman. Ombudsman?
Uma Doodlesman? Fortunately, you don't have to say it right to get the help of a long-term care ombudsman. If you or a loved one reside in assisted living or long-term care, an ombudsman can help resolve any issue. And these services are completely free and confidential. Now, why don't you try that again?
Ombudsman.
We're back, and we've been talking to Chris Hightower of the Missoula Aging Services. He's the Resource Center Supervisor. Welcome back, Chris.
Hello, thank you.
I know in Missoula you have the in-home services. Tell us in a nutshell, what is that?
Wonderful. So, the last two departments, if you will, about Missoula Aging Services are the in-home services and then the community services. When we say in-home services, let's think about bringing services into the home versus community services, which is bringing our services out into the community. So our in-home services, we have quite a few different programs. One I'd like to highlight is our Caring Companion program, which is a wonderful program directed towards assisting those folks who may be experiencing some isolation, don't get a ton of socialization. And this program is spearheaded by volunteers, which are very important aspect individuals for Missoula Aging Services. We like to think of it as doing with, not for. These companions can go into the home and just provide a friend. They can help you with dishes. They're not going to do them for you, but they'll do them with you. They can help with laundry. They can go to appointments, maybe, but they're there for like companionship.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And so I see you also have in-home support services. You have memory care support services. What are those?
Yeah. In-home support services, those are providing a little bit more direct care for individuals. So maybe individuals need some help with some personal care for themselves. So this is a little higher level of care here. Maybe they need some assistance while bathing. And these are spearheaded by our client support specialists. They have a little more skills, I guess you could say, for caring directly for individuals.
Okay,
yeah, so providing a little higher level of care.
Right. So it's not being supported by volunteers. You're looking at professionals.
Yes, a little more professionals, MAS employees.
What's the family caregiver support? What's the family caregiver support service?
Yeah, family caregiver support services. This is a great one. Let's maybe think about respite here. So maybe supporting those loved ones, family members who are in caregiving roles. So I think a lot of folks can relate to caregiving being can be a very stressful job, and sometimes we need a break. We need resources to help manage some of this stress. So we have individuals that can provide resources and provide support for individuals in caregiving roles, just to empower them to be the best caregivers that they can be.
You have another program, the Home Modification Program. Tell us about that, please, Chris.
Yeah. Yes, our Home Modification Program is one of our newer programs where we can assist with some of those smaller home modifications, like installing grab bars and installing other assistive equipment in the home to make the home safer. The whole goal of this program is to make the home a safe place, to avoid falls or injuries or anything like that. And there is a fee for service, but it is quite a bit lower than, let's say, a handyman.
Right. Okay, let's talk now about your community services out in the community of Missoula. What are some of those things you provide out there?
Yeah. So community services, again, going out into the community. So a big one of our community services program are our nutrition program. And we at Missoula Aging Services house the Meals on Wheels program, which is a wonderful program to provide nutrition and, let's say, a check-in, maybe a little bit of a welfare check to individuals who are homebound in Missoula County. So they get a little bit of a check-in, they see a friendly face, and then they get a warm meal. So,
good.
Yes, a great program.
I see you also have education.
Yeah, education. So we have a number of educational classes, let's say. We have classes from the Matter of Balance program, which is a science-based program to assist folks with, let's say, balance or moving around the world more confidently to help avoid falls and other injuries. Also, Powerful Tools for Caregivers, another science-based class which gives tools for caregivers to be the best caregivers they can. And then finally, New to Medicare, which our resource department teaches, which can help individuals who are new to Medicare to understand all this lingo around Medicare, help them know what enrollment periods are and how to navigate this world. So that's a big one.
Yeah, it is. I can imagine, because we've been talking about all the different acronyms, and I can imagine when you're new to this Medicare system, it is not easy to understand. So tell us about the nutrition program, Chris. You have a nutrition program.
Yeah, nutrition program. Let's bring it back to Meals on Wheels a little bit here. That's a big one. Okay. And we also have a supplement program. There are some eligibility requirements here, though, so we can offer insured drinks, but those are for individuals who are on med-needy Medicaid.
Right.
So we can deliver supplements to those individuals.
Well, thank you.
I apologize. We also have congregate meals out in the community where we have different locations where community members can get together and have a meal together. So in Lolo, Montana, in Bonner, Montana, at the Missoula Senior Center. So there are congregate meals out there.
Thank you, Chris. This has been your host, Wilma Collins, who's been talking to Chris Hightower of the Missoula Aging Services. And this is Aging Horizon, brought to you by the Montana Department of Health and Human Services. Thank you and have a great day.
Special thanks to the Department of Public Health and Human Services for their continued support. Hosts on Aging Horizons are program specialists at the Montana Office on Aging. Production facilities provided by Video Express Productions. For more information about Aging Horizons, call the Department of Public Health and Human Services toll-free at 800-332-2272.